To protect Trump's tough and pragmatic approach to China. By Henry Kwong Vu. Left-leaning critiques of President Trump's China policy as inconsistent and impulsive overlook critical realities in U.S. China relations and misjudge both Trump's approach and the strategic risks facing the United States. China's rise is not merely an economic challenge but a geopolitical and ideological one. A tougher, more confrontational approach, including heavy tariffs while imperfect, is a necessary response after decades of U.S. complacency. First, Trump's use of tariffs, though controversial, marked a necessary acknowledgement that China's integration into the global economy has not delivered the fair competition once expected. China's economy remains state-controlled, market access is heavily restricted, and its intellectual property record is abysmal. Trump's tariffs, though a blunt tool, forced businesses to reassess their reliance on Chinese supply chains, something no prior administration had effectively done. Second, the claim that China's leadership is more competent and strategic than Trump ignores the asymmetry in values and transparency. The Chinese Communist Party, unaccountable to a democratic public, can pursue long-term goals through coercion, censorship, and centralized control. This is not strategic genius but authoritarian power, with its own inherent risks. Meanwhile, Trump, despite his unpredictability, rightly highlighted America's economic dependence on China and forced the U.S. to confront this reality. A focus that both the Biden administration and Congress have continued. Left-leaning writers also misrepresent the impact of tariffs, labeling them counterproductive. In reality, the goal was not to immediately replace Chinese imports but to disrupt the status quo and initiate the process of reshaping supply chains, a difficult but necessary endeavor. Decoupling the two economies is indeed complex, but ignoring the danger only worsens the situation. The Biden administration, though more restrained, has largely continued Trump's policies, export controls, investment scrutiny, and domestic industrial revitalization. Finally, criticizing Trump for cutting foreign aid misses the point. For decades, the U.S. invested in soft power while ignoring China's economic aggression. Effective deterrence requires hard economic strength, which starts with a robust industrial base, resilient supply chains, and an end to illusions about China's integration. Trump's approach may lack traditional diplomacy, but it asked the right questions and challenged the flawed assumptions of prior U.S. policy. The choice is not between strategic decoupling and recklessness but between waking up to the China challenge or continuing to sleepwalk into strategic dependence.